has had many roles in some Hollywood films, allowing him a glimpse of what life is like for those who make it big. So let's find out what he's learned so far from the world of Hollywood. Tommy's in the studio. Hello.
Hey, buddy, you okay?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for joining me. And you mentioned to me a moment ago, this isn't the first time you've been in the BBC Wiltshire studios, but that was quite a while ago. What were you doing in here then?
Yeah, no, I think it was maybe like 8-9 years ago. It was the reason I sort of got into acting, really. I was at school and they were making, you know, those videos you watch in your PSE lessons, and it's sort of about anti-bullying, and everybody has sort of 80s hairstyles and you're always laughing. So I was in one of those, and they filmed it in Swindon, and I remember I didn't want to do it at first. I was a very shy kid growing up, but my friends pushed me to do it, and so I was the lead role in that. It was like a 20-minute film.
So you came in here to talk about it
I
at the time?
did, yes. So I think they showed it in schools around England, and I came into these studios and promoted it.
So that was the start of your acting career then, you reckon?
It was, yes. The interview probably wasn't great. I've had some media training since then.
You probably had a bit of a higher voice.
Yes,
I'd imagine back then as well. Yeah. So how did you then take that to then, you know, being part of these Hollywood films? How did your career then progress?
Okay, I mean, so from that, acting was never on my radar. That was just sort of a one-off. And my passions were, growing up, journalism and marine biology. So they were the things that I wanted to study and go on to university to study. But instead of going to university, I got an internship down in London for a PR company. And I thought that would be my way into the journalism industry. And this company sort of, they dealt with music and film. And I remember one of my colleagues at the time, they were off sick and they had to cover an event at London Film Festival. So they sent me instead. And in the weird realm of things, Dustin Hoffman was promoting a film there that he had directed. And we did a Q&A with him afterwards. And he just said to me, he just said, hey, you have a face for camera.
Why, when Dustin Hoffman says that to you, hey you got a face for camera.
I mean, it was crazy, but and at the time I kind of just brushed it off. I was like, I don't know what he means by that. Maybe he thinks I should be like the villain in some horror film. Maybe my face look like that. But yeah, and then after that, a casting agent, you know, because London Film Festival, you meet everybody who's in the industries there. And yeah, they approached me and they wanted to sign me up for an audition to go for a movie. So I did, and it was a very small role, and that role was Thor 2.
Yeah, Thor 2. You were in that film, and some of the other projects you've been in as well. What are some of the favourite things that you've been part of?
Do you know what? I filmed a movie last year, and it was the most challenging and probably the most rewarding filming experience I've done. So we filmed out in Thailand, in the jungle in Thailand, and the movie is called The Last Full Measure. And it's really about the Vietnam War, and basically one of the air paramedics who saved many soldiers, and in the current day, all of the veterans sort of rallying to get him what they call in the States a Medal of Honor. And that was just, it was intense. You know, when you're out in Thailand, in the jungle, and it's like...
incredibly hot as well,
yeah,
and to be in costume and all that as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're wearing the army gear, and it's like 35-degree heat. It's like so humid, and you're just against all the elements. You've got mosquitoes biting you, and you're carrying these guns, and the helmets, they're like the weight of a brick. But it was crazy. I mean, we did like a week of training with an actual US Marine. So we did the whole sort of stuff that they would do in the Marines training, and you know, we were up at 4 a.m. 100 press-ups, running drills up and down.
That makes my anecdote about walking up Victoria Road in Swindon sound a little bit pathetic now, Tommy. Thank you for that. So, from all those experiences that you've had, what do you think that you've learnt about the film industry in the time that you've been working on those films?
The number one thing that I've learned, it's not all glitz and glam.
I'm sure.
It really isn't. You know, you're there working. You could be working 16-hour days. You could be up 4 a.m. and not finish till midnight. You know, when you're out filming on location, it gets dark, it gets cold. You know, I'm not at the caliber of a staff or somebody to keep bringing a coat to me and a blanket and a fire next to me. So again, you know, you're just against the elements. It's quite a difficult job.
And where do you see your career going now? Because you've had some small parts in some films. I mean, the leap, I'm guessing, is big, is it, between doing that and being able to get a big role? Or how does it work?
I think so. You know, it really comes down, and the reason that I keep going, it just comes down to having hope, and luck plays a part in it. But it's really, again, you know, you just have to keep fighting, and it really takes for just one person to see something in you and to put you in a project. And then it's a catalyst from there.
Do you get a lot of camaraderie as well with some of the other actors that you're with who may be in the same position as you? Or are you all in competition with each other?
No. There's always that element of competition because you're always thinking, you know, maybe they're going to be a lot better than I am. I need to be better than them. But at the end of the day, I think what I bring to the screen is totally different to what somebody else. You know, they don't have what I have what they don't have. And that's what you hope that a casting agent or director sees in you, is just you.
So you've been all around the world. You know, you come from Swindon, but now you said you've been to Thailand, and I gather you're off to Italy as well this weekend. What are you doing there?
Yes, so, I mean, straight after this, I have an audition for a TV series. And then tomorrow morning, I'm off to Italy. We're filming an independent Italian movie.
And you speak Italian as well?
I do, yes.
Okay, it's not one of those things you put on your actor's CV, you know, you hear a lot of people put that on and they can't actually do it.
I hear many people tell me that I should I can ride a horse.
Yeah, that's the classic, isn't it? Yeah, I can ride a horse. Yeah.
Horses scare me a bit, so I haven't put that on. But yes, off to Italy tomorrow. We're filming an independent movie, going with my girlfriend, and also doing a photo shoot, my first ever cover photo shoot for an Australian magazine.
Wow,
So
you don't have to go all the way to Australia for that.
no, I don't. I have worked in Australia before, but that was a few years ago.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck with all your projects. I think it's really inspiring as well to hear coming from Swindon and being part of this big Hollywood world, and best of luck with the rest of your career, and we look forward to hearing more about it as well.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for your time. Are you sticking around Swindon? Are you seeing family or anything while you're here?
Yes. I've been seeing family, seeing friends.
Any particular places you like to go to remind yourself of days gone by?
My favourite place in Swindon is Coatwater. You can't beat it in the summer. I go for runs around the lake, go with my friends, we have barbecues, just a nice summer's evening. You cannot beat that.
Yeah, shove Italy and Thailand. We've got Coatwater. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for coming in. Cheers.
Thank you.